My name is Greg. This is my wife, Ashley. We've known each other for 10 years. We've been married for 6.5. We have 3 little girls, aged 4.5, 3, and 6 months. I'm a teacher, but I hold other jobs as well. I have, in a given year, about 4 jobs to be able to allow my wife to stay home with our children.
During my mat leave, so we're talking, I think Charlotte was about 7 months old, and I realized 5 months from then I would have to go back to work. I remember feeling very anxious. When I would think about that, I'd feel stressed, sort of thing, like, how can I go back to work? She's so little. I expressed my fears to my husband and just kind of told him, I don't think I want to go back to work, and he was very supportive at that time, and he's like, if you don't want to go back to work, I'm fine with that. If you want to stay home, I think that's great. Greg had even said on a couple occasions, you know, like, I wouldn't mind staying at home. You know, I would stay at home if you wanted to go to work, it doesn't matter, sort of thing. But I think it was just more that I wanted to stay at home. And
we were in a funny situation. When we got married, she was the one with the career, not me. I was just coming out of teacher's college, so she had to give up that career, and I had to start a career. It's very comforting knowing that I have somebody I can absolutely trust 100% with the care of my children, and I wouldn't feel that way otherwise. I think there's a lot to say for a mother's nurturing care that not that I don't have that, I certainly do, and I definitely love my children, obviously, but there is an element that Ashley has that I don't.
With Greg's career choice of being a teacher, as great of a job as it is, salary-wise and benefits-wise, he's not a permanent teacher, which means that he doesn't get any benefits. And he's not guaranteed work, like he's worked contracts that are only part-time and stuff like that, so that's why he has to work so many other jobs. I mean, he works during the day, and then he works in the evening, and he works on the weekends, so, you know, it's hard sometimes because I don't have him there maybe to help, or I don't have him here to just spend time with, you know what I mean? So that's a bit of a challenge too, but we know it's for the greater good, so that's why we're okay with it, and we just keep trucking on because we know it's coming, and we know we'll get to a point where it'll just be a little bit easier. We're very fortunate in that her parents are 5 minutes down the road. She has an uncle across the bay from us. Her cousins live around the corner. Her grandparents are all in the area. And another nice factor is that my mother lives with us. So we've got a ton of support. And I don't know if we'd be able to do this without that family support. The world is built for double income families. There are certain things that people find very commonplace in their lives that we do without. And I don't mean to give the impression that we're struggling either, because we're not, but to stay afloat, things are different. We have to, yeah, not be extravagant, you know, it's just we pay the bills we have to pay, and we just buy the things that we need to buy.
I think there's a huge element of hope. For sure, because I don't know, we definitely see a brighter future. So I run my own business as well, and it's going exceptionally well, and I foresee a future where I can do that part-time and teach, and we're very secure. I mean, I never have a moment of fear, like, you know, are we gonna make it, is this gonna work? Worry's definitely there. I definitely worry sometimes, like, oh no, you know, I don't know if I can make mortgage this month or whatever, you know. I guess that's because he deals with the financials, but I don't. But it all works out. Faith is central to our family life. We say prayers at night all together. I like them to sort of think about their day. It helps them to jog their memory and remember what they've done throughout the day, and think of the good, think of the ways they could have improved themselves. So we structure our prayer very deliberately in that way. As much as everything is a struggle, and sometimes some days are harder than others, or months, or whatever the case may be, it just comes down to, we know that God knows what He's doing. You know, it just comes down to faith.